Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Jersey. Today we are bringing you another Palia plot and house tour. And we're back with the one and only Panda. Guys, this is another amazing creation that we're about to see. I got a little glimpse the other day, I got to see a portion of it, but I need to see the details. We need to see the design, the aspect, the composition. And we're here back on Panda. As you guys know, Panda is a brand YouTube content creator creating amazing things in the world of Palia. So guys, if you love what you see, if you just excited and so like wow, what a way to create, then make sure that you go down below on his name, click on that link, and make sure you go to his channel and make sure you subscribe, because it's another amazing content creator that we are definitely want to support and want to encourage to continue to build and create the amazing things that Panda does on the world of Palia. Okay, but guys, we're here in his brand new creation, and look at this. Look at this entryway. Okay, so now the theme of this build is a fairy house. A fairy house. So we are coming into a magical realm, a magical area where everything is about flowers and trees, and it's so exciting. But as you can see, the way it's composed, the way he's hiding the front of the house, that alone it's like goodness, what a way. And the way he's managed to do this, as you can see, he's using the trees, but look at the separation between the trees. Look at the archway, and then how he's putting the flowers to create this full effect that you barely see the top. That is outstanding. A really amazing job by Panda. And as you can see, we got a beautiful flower biome. We got all the plushies, because you know Panda and the plushies, they're part of the show, okay? They're part of the show. But as we experience this, and we're going to talk about everything that we see, we're going to talk about the design, how they're doing it, how they're making this happen, because that is so important. It's so important because these type of creators, these type of designers, they go to so much work to create and to design, to make things, to make it look as good as possible. And look at this. So as we walk in, look at that beautiful light. Look at that beautiful light, right with the spacing. I love the way he's doing it with the building block, with the archway, because it's not just a perfect arch, it's just in different blocks. Like it's being stone, it's broken down. As you can see on the very top, if you look at the very top right now, you see that flower, but you see there's stone behind it. So it almost feels like there's blocks that are missing, in some area. Maybe it's been over time, things have been breaking down, and now this is what the arch is look like. Maybe it used to be this perfect, beautiful archway, but now the time, this is a fairy house, so it's been here for a while, right? For a while, so the time has taken in and it's just breaking away. But not just that, but then we look at the beautiful flower arrangement that is being done in here, the walkway, and I love, this is something that Panda does always very well. We've been experiencing this, is the beautiful flower arrangement, the way it feels so full. And the way he just does it with the flowers, just this one here, a lot of white, another purple, a lot of white, a lot of purple, and the way it just wraps around. Look at this. It's truly incredible. Truly incredible. And then when you look beyond the flowers, then you see the little pine trees, a specific height. I really like this, and creating a natural fence division between the walkway and what's on the outside. Now, as you can see, this plot is all about the house and the glorious backyard that we're gonna see. The glorious backyard. But as you can see, one side is like that, the other side is the same. And once we go in through the walkway, I feel like we're entering somewhere. It's like, ta-da! And we enter, and then look at this. We are greeted with a bunch of plushies, with the nature, with the flower, with the tree, with the flow tree. It's just outstanding. And look at the lamps. Look at the lamp, like the lamps, it's just the building blocks, and you just put in the lantern. And look at the back of the archway. The back of the archway, it looks stunning. Stunning, because I feel like you see more of the stone. I don't know, there's something a little different. I kind of like the back way more than the front. You know, but that's how it is. That's how it is. But look at all the little plushies. Look at all the bug plushies all across the area, looking really great. And again, it's all about composition and color coordination when it comes with Panda. And the layering of the trees is something that you really need to see and understand. It's just the way he's layering all the trees, all the way from the sides to the top, the way that he's doing the middle one. So as you can see, what I mean by layering the trees is you got all these big ones in the front, and then you got the back ones that are a little smaller that you can still kind of see through it. Sometimes you don't want to cover just everything. You want to be able to see, just depending what your imagination or the feel of the build is giving you as you're building it. But this is truly magnificent, and we're just in the beginning. We're only in the beginning. Okay, so we see the beautiful wallpaper. It fits the style of what we're going on here. We're in a forest, so there's a lot of flowers. You know, it just fits perfectly. It has a really good contrast, and it makes it feel homey. Makes it feel very cozy, this wallpaper. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so we're gonna walk in, and as you can see, that door opens. We already see banners. Banners already blocking the view, and as you can see, the transition is so smooth. And welcome to nature. Welcome to the indoor nature of a fairy home, of a fairy house. Look at this. Look at this. First of all, the banners are in a great location. It really makes a statement. It really makes the room feel divided with two different walkways. That is clever. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. Sometimes you need more than that. But it's perfect transition. Now, when we go from the outside and the inside, the way we transition, it feels seamless because we're going from the same wallpaper, the same tone, the same vibe, the same flower vibe, and we go in here and we encounter this. And this is just beautiful. For the people that love nature, for people that love flowers and they like to put flowers everywhere and the plants and everything, this house is for you. This house is definitely for you. But look at how amazing. Now, I love that when you're greeted and you welcome in, we're encountered with this little like garden section, like a little flower garden, like they're just growing their stuff, or maybe they're harvesting, maybe they got it ready, maybe they're ready to work. Don't know the story behind it, but it looks really good and it matches, and the color. Now, the other thing that we need to talk about is the color palette. It's that green, that magenta, you know, and the brown colors, and a mix of all of that. And then you get these little yellows and blues highlighting across the area. Like we already see one blue flower here. Look at that. You see one right there already popping out. Wait a minute. That? Oh, wait. No, that's not where we need to go just yet. I know that. Like I said, I did get a little bit. I saw a little bit the other day. But we need to save that. Okay, so as it's getting nighttime, you see how the lights now is warming up the house. Panda, again, another great person that designs with lights, and it gives you those warm tones, but also create the shadows to give you that beautiful contrast, right? Beautiful contrast. So here is the banner. Look at how they made it here. Using the beautiful building blocks again to create that wall effect. And this is why it looks so good, because it is kind of like a wall, like a little transition wall. You can kind of see through it, but it's creating this beautiful division. And look at the way they use the sundials over here to again give the wall something more, give a little structure, like this is holding it together. Really smart, really clever, really great way to use those type of items to design and give you something more. Now, as you can see, as we pan the camera around, this house is loaded. Everything is decorated. Like there's almost no room left in the walls, and everything is just balanced, right? You go up, you go down, you got your triangle shape, you get your circular shapes, you know, you got your height variation. Every square is full, but everything makes a statement. There is a purpose for each of the areas, and especially with all this greenery and having all these extra plants, and even the picture frame fits the color and the atmosphere. It's amazing. It truly is wonderful what Panda has done here. Okay, so before we cross to the other side of the room, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to this beautiful room, and look at this. We get one of Panda's trademark as we get to know him and see more of his creation is the beautiful flower roofs. that he's doing right now, right? People are falling in love with them. I get comment, people ask me, and I'm telling them, you gotta expand that, you gotta go. So that is another reminder that you need to go down to his channel and make sure you subscribe, because he's doing tutorials. Okay, so look at this. Look at the impact for now. First of all, the walkway. Come on. Look at this amazing walkway and feel. You know, it's the precision that the way he's building this. Look when we get right here. Look at the moon. Look at the setting. Look at the archway. Look at the flowers on the bottom. The transition to go to the room. The way it welcomes you. And the light. The light on the roof. Again, creating those pockets of shadow to create that contrast. And then when we get to the room, again, using building blocks to create other type of counters. Instead of using furniture, he's creating those stone counters that he does so well. And then again, we get over here and it's fully decked out and decorated. Now, when it comes to decoration in a home, it's always going to be subjective, right? This may be too much decoration. This may be not too much. Maybe you need more, right? So there's different types of decoration, but the idea behind it, right? The inspiration that we are hoping, that Panda hopes that you're grabbing from this type of tours, this type of videos, is for you to be inspired to take ideas and bring them into your own plots or homes. So, and I'm hoping that that's the case. That's what's happening here, right? You don't have to do exactly what he did, but you're like, you know what? I really like that frame idea. I like this. I like the way he's doing with the lights. I want to recreate that, because that's always going to be the goal. The goal is always to be for you guys to be inspired. Just I am getting inspired every time we do some of this. Now, something also that he does very well, that we're starting to notice in more and more of the houses, is creating these texture walls. Taking away the wallpaper that you don't see anymore by doing building blocks like this to give you this other effect. And also, it kind of makes the wall come out a little bit. So it takes away that extra flat and it gives you another edge to look at. And it just looks really good. Like, it looks really good. And I'm starting to see that more and more often, right? We are seeing that more and more often. I know it's such a beautiful room. You know, the color coordination. Look at the light behind the couch. That is what I'm talking about. It's those subtle details like that, like lighting in the background, in the floor. It's not illuminating the top half of the wall. No, it's illuminating the bottom half. So it creates this visual focal point that you're looking at. You're like, what's going on behind the couch? It's this beautiful light source that is coming down from the floor. And then again, when you look at it from the other end, and when you look like you're gonna leave the room, it's just so beautiful. It's like we're inside a beautiful garden. It is. We're inside a beautiful garden here today on this fairy house that we're touring today, made by the only Panda. The only way it can be done. But look at this. Okay, so now we're going to transition to the other half of the room, and as you can see, everything continues equally from one room to the other. It's keeping that pacing, it's keeping the walls full, it's keeping the decoration. You see the beautiful flower. He's using the other little sitting flower as flower inside the bushes. Now, this is something that I'm seeing more people doing, adding those flowers inside the gardens. I think it's fantastic idea. They just stop growing them. It's just right there. That's perfect, right? And they just put them. Now, as you can see, we enter to the other half of the room, and now we get a little more busy. We got a beautiful center fountain, and we're seeing how more and more people are using this particular fountain in different ways. You know, next to the tree houses, on top of the tree house, to make it feel like critters are walking and running. Another great way. And then this one is surrounded by beautiful flowers. And then look at the carpet. I like this design of the carpet. I like the way he's layering things up. I like that he's making this shape. And then we got like this opening, kind of like, hey, just come here. Don't step on the carpet, okay? But it's just really beautiful, really beautiful. And if you look at the back, again, we got some tables, kind of working his work area throughout the house. Really smart way to do it. There is so much. Hey, this just makes you happy. Look at now. Hopefully this is a magic chest, because it's too close to the fire. Panda, you're gonna burn it. You're gonna burn your storage. But it's really cool though. It still looks really cool. It looks really, really cool. So when we go to the other side over here, we continue and look at how beautiful this border around the house continues, right? With all the beautiful flowers. It's so nice. It's so different. And we go over here and then we get to another beautiful kind of like a little office or a little study area. They're doing research. You got all your flowers. You got your books in the background. Again, as you something that we need to point out as well is this is one of those homes that the wallpaper is throughout the house, the whole house, right? It's not different wallpapers in one room or the other. This is a good example of how good a house can look if you want to use the same wallpaper. To this day, there's still a lot of questions that people don't know if they should use the same wallpaper because they see so many people using in their different rooms, different wallpaper, and that usually is just more subjective. It's gonna be what you like, but this is a great example that if you like one wallpaper and you want across your house, it's how you decorate on top of that wallpaper and how you decorate the room that you could make that wallpaper work really well and stand out. Now again, we get another beautiful those little hallways, a little extra room on the side, and again he's doing that amazing job that he's done with the building blocks, creating a texture wall, making it very wood over here using building blocks, and again kind of like a little recluded corner where maybe they're doing now the little experiment. Maybe this is where they test research on the desk and then experimentation. They do the experiment over here, right? When they gotta put everything together. But like you see, everything is just top-notch quality. The decoration, the spacing. Like always, something impressive about Panda every time we do this type of tours is the spacing that we have between the build. You're always comfortable. You can always walk around. It never feels tight. And there's always so much to look at. And there's always space. It's such a fine balance, and he makes it work. Okay, so now we go to the other house, not the other house, but the other side of the house to go to this room over here. Now, this is something that we've seen in other areas. I love seeing it when people can make it work, when it goes with the theme, and it goes perfectly with the thing over here. We get the beautiful archway in the beautiful green color that matches the tone, the palette that he's building, and we go through here, and again, we enter a beautiful room. Look at this. Look at this. So we get the hallway effect, but quickly opens up and the room becomes really big. It really opens up and it just feels like, whoa, like it's that feel. Now, look at the border over here. Now, these are stuff that people use on their walls. Now he's using it on the floor as part of the decorations. And this is another beautiful trademark of his, the elevator bathtub, just to create a beautiful feel. Come on, that is genius every time. Look at that. And also privacy, again, building blocks, doing that little privacy wall, doing the steps as you see it over here. You see, and how beautiful they turn. Now look at all the flowers. Look at the in the middle, in the corner there, using the flower pots to bring that extra greenery to continue the same effect that he's doing throughout the whole house. And then you come over here, and then you can get to the bathtub area. Really nice. Little towel. It's always so well done, so well thought out. Okay, so we come over here, and I love this little fountain and a kind of little garden in front of the bathtub, and it works. Again, everything is on theme. That's the most important. One of the reasons that you can do all this flower because it's this type of thing that he's doing it, and he's doing it consistently throughout the house. Now, again, I love bathroom that people do go out of the way and make private, a little privacy corner. I really like this, really well done. The tones are great, and again, still keeping that color palette throughout the whole build. Beautiful window, and look at the beautiful counters, the way everything is just placed precise, and there's so many items. That's something that also you gotta look, is there is so much to talk about. Like that's how dangerous it is when we come to Panda, because there is so much. Like look at the beautiful color coordination. Like if we look at the right here, let me give you a good example. Look at the top over here on the counter, look at the spacing, look at the division, right? Look at this little pot in the front and then flowers in the background. Such a nice touch. Again, the bottles, over here, you go pink, you go blue, you go pink, you go magenta, and then you go blue, kind of keeping that sequence going that he's been doing throughout the house. There's all these little details that he does that for the eyes, they look so pleasant that you can kind of overlook him because it's so nicely done. So nicely done. Okay, so we get the beautiful mirrors over here. Again, creating a beautiful composition. More plants on the wall. And as you can see, we kind of like get to the little laundry area. More basket. And this corner, really like this corner. I like the lamp that is a little lower, very close to the plant. The plants are been growing, getting closer to the lamp. And I like the illumination. And again, a little shadow pocket, like a little contrast on the top, lighting on the bottom, creates such a beautiful view. Beautiful view. Oh my goodness. It's really emotional. Really emotional. This is really, really good. Okay. So as we come over here and we come over here and we saw the house, we saw the area. Now we're gonna come and we're gonna get to experience this. The way Panda did this, the design, the way he approached it is very misleading, okay? Very misleading, because as you come over here, you can't tell how big this is. You can't see what's behind the tree. All you see from the moment that this door opened, you see, oh, there is a courtyard or a patio out there. And look how everything it is. It looks very narrow. You can see the archway and you see part of the courtyard. And your mind is thinking, oh, this is, we're gonna see something small, like a little patio out here, right? But just you wait. Now, like I said, I already seen part of this, so I don't have like my reaction. I'm a little sad that I did see it a little bit ahead of time. But it's still wonderful to be here. Okay, so before we get over there, like I said, right, it still feels small. It's very little misleading, Panda. Little misleading, but perspective, you did such a good job on it. Okay, so first of all, we gotta talk about this hallway. The way it's linear, this little beautiful walkway right over here with all the trees, with all the fountains. Look at the decoration. Look at all the plushies. Look the way he's using all these beautiful planters with the flowers, with the bushes, just everything, the pines behind it, again doing the same thing that he did in the very front of the house, replicating it out here, making it work so just the word stupendously. Now look at the beautiful archway, welcome us in. We got all the green, the trees green, this beautiful canopy. And now we're gonna go in. Now, as you can see in the stairs, look at the way the stairs, again, building blocks, the building ramps, just creating a beautiful structure. I love this right here, the plot, the flowering plots. We got the flower lamps, and then here we go. You can already see at the corner of your eyes, we're coming to one of the most amazing, unique, original build that I have the pleasure to experience right now in here myself. And look at how this opens up. Come on, can you look up to right here? It still feels like he did such a great job keeping your focus on this tree, because as you're walking, that's the main thing that you're really focused on until you go like this, you get to this point, and then you're like, wait a minute, and you get to see this. Now, there is Palia magic. There is a little glitching going on, especially like on the fountains. And this glitching is one of the best glitching because it really helps to sell the illusion. It really helps sell the illusion of these tables that this water is actually the fountains crashing into the actual water, because these tables look so good to make this water look realistic. And look at that. So as you can tell, we're elevator, right? We're up here. We're up here on an elevator platform, so you can create this. That's why we went up. So this is really great. And look at this. It's absolutely stunning. The circle, the way the trees go around the area, the way he's using the stone, This the pathing right over here, right on the top. Look at this. Look at this. I'm telling you. Again, a little Palia magic here to kind of glitch that in so you can only see, don't see the bottom part. All of this, you know, the edge work is so good. It's so good. And then we get back here. Now, this is a portal. As you can see, there is something coming through the portal, or slipping halfway through the portal, but something is trying to come through the portal. Look at that, letting you know that you gotta be careful. What a great way to design and create this portal with the item that he's given. And again, truly amazing archway wrapping around, as you can see. And this is such a good way that you have to really look for it to see the item that it is, instead of just like taking it in from at first. And again, once we look around, beautiful, beautiful design. The tree steals the show to surround this area with beautiful. Now, another thing that you can see is the beautiful white fence going around on the outside in the inner circle now. So again, creating these beautiful elements together to come to bring this idea to life. And now we're gonna go to where the tree, to where our initial focal point was. But then once you step in here, it's no longer the main focal point, because then you start seeing all the beautiful water, all the beautiful fountains, and it's just, you're in a maze. You're in an amazement, right? And as you can see, look at this. Now, again, look at how he has added shells into these archways. Again, if you need to know how to do this, make sure to go down below, subscribe to Panda so he can answer your questions. Ask him below, he'll answer, tag him, and he'll answer your questions below. But look at this. Look at it. That is incredible. That is incredible. Again, what people do. So beautiful. Such a beautiful work right there. And then look at the seating again. I love like more and more people are using these seatings, and it just gives you so much more, right? It just gives you everything. It looks so good anywhere you put them. And not just that, but then we got the beautiful, like the cherry blossom petals of the little branches right over here inside the vases. We got the plushies, we got all the decorations. And then you get to this area where you can also study. Maybe you're waiting for someone to teleport to come to this house. Maybe that's how the neighbors teleport, right? Your neighbor goes through teleport and you visit your neighbors. It's such a beautiful story, such a beautiful design, it's so well done. And look at the lamps over here in the tree. Again, Panda doing some of the most amazing work in Palia today. I think this is one of those moments again that pushing Palia forward, pushing the designs, pushing the thinking and what can be possible. Now, again, a lot of this thing is possible because of the Palia magic that we call it, right? The glitching, the beautiful way that people go out of their way to play the game, to make it even more. And hopefully, just maybe, the developers are watching, right? And they're getting this idea and they're like, you know what? We really need to give these people what they want. Give them more fountains, more bookcases, more different way, more control when it comes to their creations and their builds. Because, you know, when it comes to building, the more freedom we have, the more creativity we are going to give you. So it's amazing. Once again, we're going to do another lap because it truly deserves another lap around. And make sure that you're looking at both sides. Look at the decorations, look at the flower, look at the beautiful border that he created here with the white fence. All of this is truly created. And even though there is a little glitching on the floor, you know, it's water, so it's reflection. So, you know, we are breaking the rules and walking on water at the moment. But it is one of the most astounding builds that we, and I think you guys, we have been able to enjoy. It truly is a work of art. It's masterful. It's Panda, and what a privilege it is to tour it in person. I'm just so excited. So guys, don't forget to also to check out what he has uploaded on his blog as well, so you can also reaction, so you can react to it, because this is so important, right, when we come to these places. So make sure that you visit him also on the home tour section on the game, so you can experience it and see it for yourself, because this is 1 million. Panda, once again, thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you so much for inspiring me, not just me, for so many other people as well, with your creation, the way you approach the game, the way you think, and to create something so outstanding that is just beyond anything that we could ever dream of. And guys, don't forget that if you want a tour done by me, go ahead, go to the Discord, sign up on the Palia. All you need to do is put a little emoji, raise your hand, I will see it, we'll start a conversation, so when we can get this Palia tour started, because guys, we have a lot. So if you want to get on it, then you better start signing up. Okay, so guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you all on the next video, on the next tour, or the very next live stream. Alright guys, see you later. Bye.